Hey, happy Tuesday, Roulette Fools. Brent with AOB back. We had a great day yesterday. It's been a couple days that we've had really good luck with recently. And our low stake, low bankroll video went out yesterday. After a lot of that, I think I am going to switch that to just once a week, and we'll really focus and we'll grind it the proper way as if we had a $200 bankroll instead of worrying it, because it's just getting to be too much. But we ended up yesterday $600 some dollars, and then with dinking around yesterday on the videos and some other stuff, we ended up $712 for the day. And actually, of the $712, $650 was me playing just now with $9.93 bets, but my microphone was not on. So we're starting from that point moving forward, and we're going to go in, ease it after she's done. Come up here to our VIP. We still have $33.92 in rake back and a reload in a couple hours of 85. Again, while I'm adding that to our overall numbers, I'm not including that, if at all possible, in our target goal of 500. So I'm trying to get 500 no matter what. And if we don't or whatever, at the end of the day, I do add it. I do add it to the Excel sheet, and I do show it. Okay, so hopefully we won't get any more questions about that or if I'm being shady or whatnot. So, okay, let's get in at 9 for 9. And if we come back here, 15,313 is our start of the day. We're at 0. Right now, we are at an average daily, which includes today, but it does not include the balance that we're going to win today. We're already at $210 average daily balance. So we're working our way back up to 300. Mr. Joe Croupier made a good point. Don't focus too much on the balances. Just do what you can do for the day. Try to get your target. If you don't, you don't. If you do, you do. If you don't reach it all the way and you're feeling good, stop, early. Wise words. Okay, so that's the third win we've had. I'm going to go up and bump up a little bit to $45. We're in it at 2 minutes already. So I would love to have this another couple short videos, another couple good days. Quite a few of you are saying, oh man, we still like the long videos. So long videos usually mean trouble. Listen, we have a whole year. I guarantee you there will be some days that don't go well or that I feel a little bit more ballsy about it, and I'll push the limit. But right now, I think what I'm going to do for the next, who knows how much longer, just prove out that if I were to just get to our 300, in this case 500, but get to the 300 and stop or close to it, look how it's fairly easy to get our goal of what we're trying to do. So, it's when I push and try to keep going that becomes a problem, right? And you all know that. You've seen it. But I stand by it. Be very clear. I enjoy that. The short videos are kind of painful for me because I want to play, but I can't unless I come play with fake money because I'm trying to have the balance be exact from day to day so you don't think something else is going on. And again, if you missed it yesterday, I will show the transaction history maybe every third or fourth video just so you can see there's no money coming into this account and no money being taken out of this account. So I will show the deposit transactions and whatnot. So as far as any other funds, the bonuses and stuff, I try to show that on camera when I claim those things, but those come whether those come, and I am telling you right now, I do include that in the overall balance. There's a loss. So that is there, and I've said that since day one. To me, that's part of this, and that's part of the reason why I like stake. You get these extra balance, you get these extra redemptions. So, sorry, not sorry? No, I'm not sorry at all. And just to be very clear, other people have been saying everything from proving out my Bitcoin account balances to the referral link balances to, that has nothing to do with this, okay? When the referral links, use it, don't use it. Honestly, I don't give a fuck. If you use a referral link, you immediately get $25 added to your account balance in stake cash automatically, and you get immediate rake back and higher percentages. Like I said, use it, don't use it. Makes no difference to me. It really doesn't. Or what casino you go play on. Don't play on stake. Go play on Bet Online, or some people have mentioned. And so that's what's great about Discord. Get on Discord and share where you're playing at. I'm sure there's plenty of well, I don't know, plenty of trustworthy sites, but I'm sure there are other good sites out there that you can go on and play. This Bet Online and Stake have been the two that I chose after doing a lot of research, and after having some issues with Bet Online, I have come to Stake, and I'm glad because of the bonuses and far more than what Bet Online will give you. So that's just my 2 cents. And no, I'm not being freaking sponsored by Stake yet. I mean, I'm not going to turn it down. I think I'm doing a good bit of advertising for them, and that's not really what I set out to do, but it's happening. So come on, Stake. Actually, what I'd like Stake to do, why don't you give our Discord channel some sort of promo bonus there where everyone can take advantage of it. So I'm not looking just to take advantage. Why don't you give something to our entire community? They're all looking at it and promoting it as well. So if you're going to do something, give it to them. I'm not asking you to give anything to me specifically. So give it to the community. We're like the Borg, man. We're one. And, for those of you naysayers, you will assimilate. Sooner or later, you will assimilate. Oh, man. We were going to lose on that no matter what. All right, what do we got here? 33. I think we're going to go 9th Street reverse for $9. Bless you. Actually, we better go a little higher. We at 45. All right, we're going to go 9th Street for, I don't know how suddenly ended up at 144. That was dumb. I was going to hit 135 and went, no, that's too much. Now I'm at 144. Yeah. See, even I'm a ding-dong sometimes when I'm playing on here. It's a little harder than it looks, believe me, to talk into this microphone, look at the screen, and be thinking all the time that this is going to be posted live. Kind of gets your brain going in a couple different directions until you get really comfortable with it. And I'm definitely not comfortable with it yet. All right, there's a win. So lucky for us. So we're going to pop back down 9th Street reverse. No, we don't want that one. 9th Street reverse 45. And I've been meaning to clean that stupid up so these are organized better, and I just have not. All right, we're back where we started. So, min goal today that we're trying to get to in a hurry is 300, but I would very much like to keep getting up towards 5+, because if we can get to 500, and on top of that we can add the rake back, on top of that we can add our daily, that gets us about another $100. So we're really pulling in. Oh, yeah. Okay. There we go. All right. We're going to bump up and see if we can make some tracks. Man, it's freaking cold in here today. I'm freezing. Well, yeah, idiot. Go put on a jacket. That's a good idea. I will at our next break. Oh, here's another thing. I don't know if you noticed it, but okay. Thank you to the member who caught that I uploaded the videos late last night, and I accidentally, yesterday's video, which was day 29, I actually labeled in the title day 28. So luckily that member caught it, and I went and changed it. But here's what happened. I was trying to get the low roller video completed. I was trying to get that bonus dice video completed, and I had this one completed, but it hadn't been rendered and processed, and that takes a couple hours. So we're getting ready for bed. It's late. And I got a lot of things spinning in my head with all this, and I had a lot of anxiety, which I've suffered with for a long time. And so I went, grabbed the vape pen, and, had some pretty good, I did inhale. So, yeah, and I took some pretty hefty hits on that, right? So I come back in here, and I don't remember if it was the low bankroll video was uploading, and I was waiting for it because it starts getting late and I'm tired, and that finally finishes upload. So I'm now loading the day 29 video, and as I'm loading it up, and you have to put in the description and the title and all that kind of stuff in order to upload it directly to YouTube and have it post. You can set it up from Camtasia to do that. So I'm getting started to get the video, and you have to edit it. I have to put my all on black intro screen in there. I have to adjust the volume so that the volume is not blowing everyone out. It's not too quiet. So there's some things you got to do in there and set some transitions. Right when I'm editing the video, man, that bud hits me like a ton of bricks. And I'm literally like, this is awesome, right? I'm like, this is amazing. Now, this is the time when I should be going hitting the bed and just relaxing and turning on some low music. Instead, I'm trying to put together this fucking video, and I am just completely, just enjoying the hell out of that. And I'm literally going, Brent, you have like 30 seconds left before you're totally out of this and you can't operate anymore. So that's end up what happened with the day 28, because I copy and paste the titles, from previous video, and I went into YouTube Studio and I copied the title from the previous video and I forgot to change it to 29. So, and then the second thing that was really crappy at the time is this microphone, you tap the top and it mutes the microphone. Well, it should just mute the microphone and everything else should be going. That's what you'd think. For whatever reason, when I tap the microphone on Camtasia, it mutes the microphone and it mutes the video, but it doesn't mute my voice. Oh, man. Come on now. All right. She's flip-flopping 17. All right, I'm going to stick with this one more time, see if we can do the reverse. Anyway, so when I go in there last night and I'm trying to make sure the video is correct and it's edited right, I noticed as I'm playing it that the audio is off balance by the end of the video. And that's because Camtasia, when I hit mute, it pauses the audio, it froze the screen, but I don't know. It was really weird. So I had to go and I had to chop out the frozen parts and stitch it together so that it was there. So you might see some just slightly off on the word. So I'm no longer going to mute this until I figure out. All right. We're going to go back to a lower grind. This sucks. Nothing like an easy day yesterday, huh? All right. Let's go 134 for $9. Let's just get some wins under us again before we launch into it. Yeah, that was two spins. All right, it's no big deal. 369. We know we can grab that, but this is definitely not going to be an 18-minute video. We might even hit the break here after a couple spins and come back with it, which is a smart thing to do. So let's get a couple low wins. Let's pare this thing down to maybe $300 down and take a break and come back at this thing. Anyway, so apologies if the video seems a little wonky. Oh my gosh. Good thing we went down. Can't win for losing here. Let's go just 9 Street normal for 45. So there was that whole thing, and trust me, I was so damn happy after getting that video edited and hitting the upload button. It has to render the whole video first to make it, basically a movie file, an MP4, and then it has to upload. And these things are 20, 30, 40 gig. So it takes quite a few hours. So in the past, what has happened is I hit it to go and I go to bed and I come in the morning, I find the computer's locked up and so it didn't upload and I have to do it again. That's why a day or two, the videos were a little late. So, man, I was happy to just hit that upload button, go to bed, and just enjoy the fruits of the earlier labor. All right, we have a new dude. So this is a good time for us to take a break anyway. So I'm going to go and leave and get a couple spins, go get a jacket on, go get something hot to drink, and we'll be back and we'll grab this and move forward. All right, cheers. All right, we're back. Let's go 134 for 9. Actually, let's go 134 for 45. We got a little bit of catching up too. So yeah, I got a fleece flannel on. I don't know if you can call it a fleece flannel. It's fleece, but it looks like it's flannel, right? But it's super warm. Of course, if I'm cold, the wheel's going to be cold. Duh. So I'm going to get hot, and our winnings are going to follow, right? All right, here we go. Anyway, yeah, it was... There we go. There we go. It was a very interesting... evening last night, just being completely lit. I mean, it hit me like a sledgehammer trying to get that video uploaded. So, to be very clear, these will continue being daily. The low bankroll, low roller video, that'll go once a week from now on. It's just too much. It was just too much for me yesterday, along with the special dice video. I don't know. Someone wrote in there, oh, it's pretty interesting that the dice video has more views than any other. No, it didn't. The only views that it has more of are the videos that are, oh man, come on now, are the food video and the low roller videos, but it certainly is not getting any more than the other normal videos here. So, and what's funny is, let's just say, for the sake of arguments, Dice or anybody else were to say, okay, we're going to sponsor you, and I don't even know what that would look like, but do you really think they're going to be able to edit these, make these games just for me so that just I win whenever I get on here? Come on, let's not be silly. It would no more, be better or worse for us any which way you look for it. All right, let's go. Let's get back on track. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's drop it down. 135. Okay, feeling good about this. Who do we got here? Damon. Was it Damon? Was he our last demon seed or not? I don't remember. Someone had a good idea. I should start writing down the dealers that I have good luck with, or score them at the end on a scale of 1 to 3. 1 means they just obliterated me. 2 means it was just normal, and 3 means, man, we did really well with them. It would be interesting to see over time if there's any kind of thing to that. I mean, I don't think there would be, but who knows? All right, here we go. All right, that just brought us back to even. Let's see if we can get a run here, though. All right, we're 12-7. That's absolutely atrocious, so I think that's bound to swing back in our favor. All right. Man, yesterday I got so busy I didn't even get my workout in. You know what the shitty thing about that is? I mean, I gotta look forward to leg day again today. Woof. But don't skip leg day, man. Those are your biggest muscle groups. Squats, deadlifts, those are the mother compound exercises. Okay. See, I told you. Look at what we're doing. We're not getting crazy, right? We're not getting crazy. I mean, I certainly don't want to be down $303, but I am fighting a little the crazy, though, because, man, I want to get in there and playing this, controlled is just sort of not my style. But it's all right. We're getting there. And I still enjoy what we're doing. And today will probably be a little bit longer, but let's see if we can get this video in under an hour again. Oh, man. Come on, dude. All right, let's make some tracks, pal. Demon. All right, let's roll. I don't know if anybody's got anything good planned for the week. We don't. We're just going to pretty much hang out. Got some spring cleaning to do. And, man, I just got too much shit between here and the shop. Shit just stresses me out. I already told you I've dealt with anxiety for many, many, many years. And I finally have it under control. But one of the things that really spikes my anxiety is clutter. And that's why my car, the inside is always super clean. Whew. All right. Drop it back down. Because when I get in the car, if there's wrappers and there's dirt and there's things, I don't know, it's just not comfortable. Same thing with walking in on the kitchen and stuff like that. And it's tough because I'm not by nature a super organized person who puts everything away and it's always looking like a model home, right? So yeah, my desk looks like a freaking clusterfuck, and it's just like getting to me. I need to take a break and just get everything off my desk right now because it's a mess. I don't even know where I was going with this. See, that's how much clutter got in my head right now. Now I'm just messed up. But I will tell you this. Mental health is important, and it's nothing to be, oh no, come on. This dude. Mental health is nothing to be ashamed of. So many people suffer from it, and I was so I don't know what the word for it. I think it was a combination of embarrassed, shamed, whatever, that I didn't go seek help for many, many years. And it was just debilitating. And it was very tough. There were plenty of times where it was just very tough to operate through the day. And so I finally got help, and man, it has changed my life. And for most people, there's no magic bullet. You don't go in and just take some pill and immediately you're done. You've got to put in some work as well, and you got to learn some things. But all right, we got to bet this twice. So it may take a combination of trying different drugs or trying whatever type of. There's also breathing techniques. There's a lot of things you can do. Meditation really helps, but it takes a while, right? Meditation, you're supposed to there and not clear your mind. Well, as many of you have tried meditation knows, it takes a shitload of practice, right? Because if you have anxiety and you have depression or whatever those are, that means most likely you got a bazillion things pinging off your head. Oh yeah, you want me to close my eyes now and sit in a cross-leg position, which is killing my back, and empty my mind of any thoughts? Good luck with that. And then I start getting stressed out about my mind not being empty. So then I'm stressed out even more, right? And then it just goes downhill from there. But I did it for a long time, and you can get really good at meditation to the point where you really can, for the most part, clear your mind. And when those thoughts come in, it's a lot easier to release them. But I'm only encouraging those of you out there, if you've got any kind of mental health things going on in your life, man, go get help. Seriously. Fuck what anybody thinks about it. If you're worried about what your friends and families, what's that saying? Something along the lines of, if they give a shit, they're not your friend. And if you're your friend, they don't give a shit, right? I mean, I think it's a lot more elegant like that in the Hallmark store, but you get the gist. Go get some help. Don't be afraid of it. And encourage others around you if they're struggling with it as well. Have them go get help. It's really important. Anyway, I'm off my, wasn't it just like World Mental Health Day the other day? So it kind of coincides with that. Anyway, on to more exciting things. Okay. Boss Lady and I were trying to plan our next trip. We're a little bit different in that respect, right? I love adventure and stuff, but often on trips, I like going to an all-inclusive resort and just sitting my ass by the beach in the pool and enjoying those free drinks and the all-you-can-eat buffets, right? I mean, that's a good weekend for me. Oh, man. He keeps hitting that 30, right? Or was that just, I guess it was back there. 10, 24, 25. Yeah, we're just going to stay here. Anyway, and I like adventuring too. I don't want to just sit there the whole time, although I could. So I like taking, a day trip. So my ideal vacation is you sit by the pool or sitting by the ocean at a resort, getting the endless drinks, chilling out in the sun, jumping in the water. That's the whole day, right? I would like 2 of those days, and then one day where you're kind of going out to the local towns or whatever and exploring around, then coming back and doing 2 days. Oh, come now. Man, we're sinking, aren't we? All right, we're taking a break. We're going to come back. Different. Anyway, Boss Lady, she's much more active. So we're trying to find that happy medium where we can both do what we want to, get something out of vacation. All right, we're going to get away from Demon Seed here, and we're going to take a break, and we'll come back. All right, cheers. Okay, we're back. We jumped over to a different server, hoping we can get different results, I suppose. So we're going to start with reverse and see how that treats us. Let's see. Yeah. And this was 2 losses. So yeah, we're going to stick with reverse. Let's see how that treats us. Man, we're down big, so we are going to have to push our bets a little bit. No worries. We've been deeper before. Okay, let's get out of this, shall we? All right. Here's a 15er. So let's get back up to 135. Double. Anyway, picking up. Yep. Trying to plan our next vacation, our next trip of what we want to do. So I need some sun, man. And actually Vegas, this is a good time to start looking at going to Vegas. April and May. Weather gets really nice before it gets super hot. So I need to check out. In fact, let's look at the Vegas temp right now. Have it on my phone as one of my quick locations. Oh, look at today. It's going to be a high of 78 degrees over there. Oh, of course you lost. High of 78 degrees over there today. Tomorrow's 83 clear, then 87, 88. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Next week cools off a little. So yeah, I like sort of end of April, first part of May. A lot of days over there around 80 to 85. Man, it's perfect. It's perfect. So need to check into that. Oh, come on. Are you serious? Wow, they have it out for us today. All right, we're going to go. We're going to push through here. We're going to push through a little bit. We had the easy days. Let's see if we can push through this and get through this. I'm not going to go too deep on this. So if we lose here, I'm going to take a break and then come back. This means we'll be down a little over 1,500. And going to come back and we'll just have to grind slow and make some slow targets. Maybe play some 5 double streets is what I'll probably do. Switch it up between this and that. But 22, 34 are losers if I play the traditional double street. So I might have to switch the double streets. All right, 19 is always a winner. Okay, that's good. That's good. We're going to have to keep going with this. And these are where I kind of get up in the air. Do I stay at 540 for like 3 spins, or do I, do 1,000 for 1 or 2 spins, I don't know. It's just one of those things. Myself, I probably like going to 1,000 and getting it, twice in that one last spin. But we're going to kind of play by the rules, do our progressions like we're supposed to, and work on through. Let's see if we can get some luck here. Oh, and we cannot get any luck. No love. All right. We're going to, actually for the time being, we're going to switch over to 5 double streets for a second. Just get some small wins if we can. I mean, we're just having an atrocious day. So I don't want to get too far in the weeds. 1,400 isn't bad for us. I mean, Crazy Brent wants to get in the weeds. He really does. He wants to bite down on the mouthpiece and just grind it through. Right now we got $4,000. That's what I'd be doing. Like, let's go. 4,000 in on this bet right here. Come on now. 36. That would have been a 1. That we would have won on that, right? That would have been amazing. And instead we lost on this one, didn't we? Right? So 36, yeah. All right. Let's see if we can get $40 on this one. $200 bet. Let's go. All right, so we won on that $4,000 bet, right? That was a nice bet. What do we get? $1,440 profit there. We would have broken even on that one. 24 would have been another win. So why are you guys talking me out of these $4,000 bets? We'd actually be up $1,400 right now. All right. I'm going to go for one more. I'm going to go for an $800. That will give us $160. All right. You know, I got to add a little crazy to this. I mean, we've had some real restrained days. I want to add a little crazy to this. So we're going to take a break. My goal is, let's see if we can get up to 1,000 down and take a break and come back and hit it hard. There we go. Oof. Oh, so close to that one. All right, all right. So we're winning $160 on these. Let's hope we can get a couple more. So yeah, if we can get 2 wins here, 2 wins, that breaks us the $1,000 mark. I mean, I'll say it again. As long as we're like within 3 or 4, 3,000, 4,000, we're in striking range of breaking even. Done it plenty of times before. Let's go. Oh, that's not what we wanted. A 36. All right, we need to get out of this and stop for a good break. We're down, what, 2,000? We need to stop for a good break. This is one of those days, and I'm not gonna come back for a couple hours. So we're gonna break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna kick his ass. So much for being warm means the table will be warm, right? Because I'm hot, and it's that table's cold. All right, we'll see you guys back soon. Bye. All right, we're back for just a few quick hits. Dig us out of this hole. You know, I guess not every day can be like the last couple of days, right? This adds to the excitement. All right, let's see if we can get going here. 21, 15, 13, 11, 22. Let's just keep going on this. Do a couple here. Let's go $20 bet. First stop. Let's get above 2,000. Let's get less than 2,000. And we'll see how it goes. I'm tentative to do this because, I mean, it hasn't hit that outside. Look at this. Up until these 235s. So I'm worried that that's due. Okay, we're at 213. Let's see if we can get another hit. Definitely don't want to stay on this too long because we will get hit, but I like 5 streets. I mean, this was my, well, the very first way I got started in roulette was I went to Vegas for the very first time to meet some friends of mine down there and never played anything in my entire life. So walking through the casino, and of all the things, roulette catches my eye, right? And so I sit down and they're bringing drinks. I was at the Bellagio and bringing drinks, and I'm sitting down and I'm just playing, and I was just kind of watching, and then I was going, hey, what if I was just kind of looking at the time, the history board, which, right, that's not a lot of history when you look at that board, but I was kind of noticing going, hey, it's not often that black or red hits 3 times in a row. So I said, hey, here's a brilliant idea. Every time it hits one color 3 times in a row, bet on the opposite color and keep martingaling. So I did that. Obviously, it kind of slows you down because you're waiting for 3 in a row. But by the end of the night, I was up $700. And I'm like, oh, this is like printing money, you know? And actually, it was kind of quiet because it was like a Thursday. So the weekend crowd hadn't come in yet. And there was quite a few really cool people from around the world. I mean, there's quite a few people from Western Europe, and there were some people from Japan. I mean, it was just really cool. And they started like gathering around the table because it felt like I was winning a lot. And to me, even now, if I go in and win $700, I mean, I'm taking selfies, right? I see people win more than that, and they're just like ho hum, and I'm like, man, I'd be doing the jig, and if I just won $700. Anywho's, so I do that, and that one night set the precedent for me going, I'm gonna make $1 billion, right? And so, unfortunately, at night, we were staying at a real flea bag hotel on the Strip. It's not there anymore. It was like $35 a night at the time. That's all my other friends could afford. They were like, oh, we're staying here and we're going to double up in a room. And I'm like, so we're spending, $18 a night each plus taxes and resort fees. This is the best we can do. And they're like, yeah. So I had gotten there a night before on Thursday night. They weren't coming until Friday. So me and a friend, we each got there. We had adjoining rooms. He was going to be in that one. I was going to be in this one. And then the two other friends were going to come and split the rooms with us. So go down, win the $700. I'm totally shit-faced, right? And I've got the chips in my pocket. I don't even think to go cash them in. And we're not staying at the Bellagio. We're staying at this little shithole down the road. So stumble out of there. It's like 3 or 4 in the morning. Get back to my room. Put the chips on the little desk in the room. Basically take off my clothes and fall into bed, right? So I fall into bed. I wake up it must have been like 9 o'clock. And at the time I was working. I hadn't taken the day off. And I had conference calls. And I said I was going to be working from home that day. But I had conference calls. So we had a call like at 9. I wake up around 9:15 and I'm still drunk. And I look at my watch. I'm like, holy shit. So I'm like, I need to call into this meeting. So that's an instant adrenaline rush. And I'm jumping out of bed and I'm running around in my room for a good 10 minutes. Or at least it seemed like my head was about to explode. Right? I'm thirsty. I mean, I just massive hangover. And, oof, man, this is awesome. She's been avoiding those 1s and 36s. All right. So after about what seemed like an eternity, I just cannot find my friggin' phone. I'm standing in the middle of the room between the two queen beds, and there's the TV and the desk. And I'm standing there sort of in the middle of the room, just kind of perplexed. And I'm like, where the hell's my phone? And as I'm looking around my room, I realize there's nothing of mine in the room. It's all gone. And I look over at the door and I realize the door is like halfway open. And I'm like, I can't believe it. Someone broke into my room and stole all my stuff. Oh, there's our 35. We finally got wackadoodled. So obviously I'm bummed. And so hold on, let me grab this bed. I'm going to go 75. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go next door, get my buddy. I'm like, dude, are you okay? Whatever. He's like, yeah, man, I'm fine. All my shit's here. Great. So call security. And I say that with quotes because, this was a crappy hotel. And they're like, all right, I'll keep an eye out for you. I'm like, well, do you have security cameras up here and around? And he's like, no, we don't keep security cameras in the hallways and stuff. And I'm like, oh, he goes, only down here on the casino floor. I'm like, oh, brilliant. So he says, I'll get back to you. So I'm in my room. I'm stressed out. No phone. I'm using my buddy's phone to call Sprint. And hold on one second. I'm calling Sprint to see what's going on and if I can get a new phone or whatever. And I'm trying to say, can we trace the phone? But the phone's battery was dead or something. And whatever. So I'm telling Mike, okay, I need a phone. So we get a car and we run down to the nearest Sprint store, and I get a new phone, which sucked, right? It's having to buy a new phone. And at the time, I had just had a brand new HTC phone. Remember HTC? At the time, HTC, I mean, I loved that phone. They never took off, but man, their original phones, they were badass. So I get a new phone and get back to my room. And I mean, the hangover is serious business now. I mean, I'm not a lightweight drinker, but man, I'm a heavyweight. When I get a hangover, I mean, the hangovers hit me hard. So it's no joke. So I am finally, the security guy calls. It's like 1 PM or 2 PM by now. And he calls and says, I'm going to come up to your room. I think we found some of your stuff. I'm like, okay, sweet. Okay. Cause at this point I'm like, now there was one lucky thing when I went out tonight at that casino. I took my wallet and I left my wallet and I just took my driver's license and my credit card and my cash. Cause I'm like, if I lose my wallet out and about, I don't want to lose everything. And I put those in my pant pockets. Well, luckily in my drunk stupor, I was standing between the wall and my bed and I took my pants off and my pants fell down between the wall and the bed. So when whoever broke into my room, they didn't see that, right? So I finally, my pants, I'm like, because I was worried, how am I going to get on a plane to get back out of here? How am I going to get any more money? So luckily, my, actually not credit card, it was my bank card, my debit card, my driver's license, and cash. So I'm like, okay, at least I have that stuff. So the security guy comes in the room and says, okay, follow me. We go down to the opposite end of the hallway. We're like on the 3rd floor or something. And we walk down the stairwell, and there in the middle of the stairwell is my luggage, and it's all strewn about. Luckily, they didn't take my clothes, because here I was worried that I would have to borrow a couple bucks from my buddy to go down to the store in the lobby and get the sparkly, I Heart Vegas shirt and, kind of those really soft velour sweatpants and a velour sweat jacket. So I looked like I was, maybe a big gold chain. So I looked like I was in the mafia or something. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to look so typical tourist Vegas, So luckily we find that. I got my wallet, I got that. So we go down there and I see all my stuff and I'm like, okay, cool. Because at the time I was working for Nike and I had a whole suitcase full of almost brand new Nike gear and Nike shoes. And for whatever reason, they didn't want to take it. The security guy said, they probably didn't want it because they were afraid of getting caught on camera down there. So they probably were only looking for cash and quick grab stuff. So anyway, so I walk down to the middle of the stairs and it's on the stairs, right? So I have one foot on the lower stair and one foot higher, and I'm putting all the stuff in my suitcase, and my buddy and the security guy who's standing on that in between the floors, because it switchbacks like this, they're standing up there, and I see my buddy just start laughing his balls off. And I'm like, I'm looking up at him, and mind you, I am feeling like utter dog shit. I'm just not in the mood for it. So I look at him and I'm like, what the fuck are you laughing about? And he kind of points down towards the bottom of the stairs, towards my bottom foot. And I look down at my bottom shoe, and whomever took my luggage decide, I'm going to take a big fat dump on this stair, and my foot is squarely in the middle of this turd. And I'm like, can this get any better today? But wait, there's more. So they all know I don't know why. I grew up on a farm. I can handle any type of poop out there. I just hate dog poop and grass. I've just always hated it. I've just got this weird phobia. There's our loss. I got this weird phobia of dog poop and grass. Anywho's, I'm only going to double this one. I'm not going to triple it up this time. So I am like, mother. So I get the rest of my suitcase. I kick off my shoe as much as I can, and I take that shoe off, and I'm like carrying my luggage and holding the shoe as far as humanly possible from my body. And I'm like, do you guys have like a utility area or something I could go? And he's like, no, but you can just go, you know, if I were you, I would just wipe off as much as you can and then maybe go rinse it out in your tub. And I'm like, that sounds like exactly what oh my goodness. There's the 2 donks. All right. We'll have to get some serious business going on. Where does that put us? That puts us down there. Okay, so I wipe off much to, I mean, it smells like that as much as I can. I go to the tub, and it's, you know, the faucet in the bottom of the tub, and I pull it on and I'm rinsing it off. And obviously all this shitty water is now in the bathtub. And to my luck, just to my very, very fucking special luck, the tub is clogged, right? So now the tub is just filling up with what looks to be the most disgusting cesspool water you've seen. Mind you, I mean, I'm just like, oh. Anyway, so I call down and I'm like, my fucking tub is, you know, clogged up. And they're like, yeah, our maintenance person, whatever it was, is gone or something. We'll try to send someone up there as soon as possible. Obviously, at $35 a night, they never sent anybody up there for the 3 nights that we were there. I ended up having to go to our adjoining room and take a shower over there. But I was just, that was Thursday night. So I'm waking up on Friday dealing with our other friends haven't even shown up. I mean, the party has not even started and I'm already fucked up. And I mean, and I have a hangover the rest of the weekend, partly because I'm just annoyed and partly because, you know, whatever, that first night was just too hard. And anyway, that was my very first experience at Vegas. But getting back to the black and red, for the rest of those next 2 nights, whenever I felt well enough, I was going through the casino, I would just walk around at different tables, wait till I saw 3 of a color, bet on it. And most of the time I was winning. Now, then, you know, there was a time that it went on just a black or a red tear and I lost everything in that one series, you know, and I'm like, how can this possibly be? You know, this is supposed to be an ATM. And it just didn't work out that way. So whatever. Okay. We are back on track. We're at 1788. Let's see if we can get a couple more of these. I was actually a couple 2 spins ago, and I wish I would have back here after this loss, was thinking of going up to a $500, $2,500 bet. But man, I really don't want to go 2,500 in the hole plus this. So this is enough at 500. Our low point was 2088 there and 2038. So I really would try to not like go below that, and I definitely want to stay below 3,000. I think that's still very much striking distance. So let's see if we can just get a couple wins, get this thing down to maybe 1,500. Just let's get below 1,500, 2 more wins, and I'm gonna take another break, and then we'll come back and knock off another 500. I hate to stay on 5 double streets like this for very long. So if we were doing reverse, well, we would have lost on the 3, on the 15, 13. We'd been doing okay. We'd be up ahead. But if I want to make tracks fast and it's higher, to me, it's higher risk. Oh, see, like right there. Okay. So I would like to get down below 1,500. But now what sucks is if I wanted to break even from that one, right, now I've got to do a $2,500 bet, and I'm not going to do a $2,500 bet. So let's just, we'll go double. There's $1,000 and see if we can get below 2,000 and see if we can get a couple of these. See if this will be good to us. Anyway, that was my first Vegas experience. And then from then on, I figured, well, that red-black thing worked pretty well. I got a bad, so over the next probably year, that kind of hooked me. That trip to Vegas really hooked me, and I absolutely loved the casinos. I loved playing. Whew! My heart went in my mouth just now. I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to 3, and then it's going to bounce back to 0. Oh, so that gave us a little bit of a bounce back. We're actually under the 2,000, which was our first stop, but let's go again. Anyway, so then I was playing when I went back to Vegas or when I was starting to play locally. That was kind of my go-to method for quite a while. And it was one of those things where I would do well and then I'd do really poorly, do well, do really poorly. Had no strategy, had no self-control, none of that kind of stuff. And the downside to waiting for three, especially in the smaller casinos where maybe they only have one or two tables open, is you got to sit there and wait a long time for that. Oof. That was another scary one, right at the 33. All right. Well, we can drop down to the hundreds to break even. All right, this would break us even from that spin. That's good. Anyway, so after playing that for a long time, I kind of went, all right, this is not the method. I don't like having to sit out this much. And it just seems like whenever I wait for three, more often than not, whenever I go, it's going to decide to go on a long tear of the opposite color. That's when I started playing. At first, I started playing with the other outside bets. Man, we're on the other side of one now. All right, let's see if we can get two more wins here. Come on, and get us below 1,500. So that's when I started playing around with these other ones, and that's when it gets you into, follow the winner, follow the loser, red, black, red, red, black, black, red, 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 black, 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 whatever format you want to do. And from my experience, I mean, I know some of you swear by the red, black, red, red, black, black. In my experience, I have found that pattern, as well as any other pattern you can think of, pretty much shows up as often as it going on a tear for black or red or red, red, black, black. Some people like the red, red, black, black, red, red, black, black, right? 2, 2, 2, 2. I found that happens. It's just that you don't recognize it in the pattern up here. Now look at this. This is all black, all red, and we got one. So follow the winner on that stretch. And that's when I walk up to the table and go, damn, look at that. Hey, look how easy it is. Follow the winner. And as soon as I bet on black here, it's going to go red, then black, then red, then, whatever. And from there, that's when I started experimenting with streets and playing around with that. Now, at the time, I really had no teacher. I wasn't looking at YouTube or anything. And I was just relying on the people at the table, watching how they played. Once in a while, you'd get a really cool person who was happy to chat with you and share what they were doing. A lot of the people that really knew what they're doing, they didn't want to share, whatever. All right, we just got below 15. I'm not going to push my luck. We're going to stay right here. Although I'm really freaking tempted by the way that she's been rolling, to go in at $2,500 and get this back in, a couple spins, but we're not going to do that. So anyway, we'll be back and I'll kind of conclude with sort of my progressions of how I ended up with doing what I've been doing. And that's just my story. I know a bunch of you got your own deals. So anyway, all right. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to let's go back and let's go do a little bit of dice at low money and just see what that's like today. All right. So we're going to do the old swizzle special, 74.25. And we're going to set this for instant play, no animation. And let's see what we can do. Let's set this thing at, we want to take a little bit of a chance here. So I'm going to start initially at $9 and we're going to win $3 a pop. Okay. So let's see what happens here. All right. And I'm going to leave that on just so you can hear the ding that we win. Double up, back down. I mean, I get a little scared on the doubling up on this amount because it just adds up really fast. All right, what have we... Oh, I just forgot to see how much we're making, but we were below... Man, so far so good, huh? But it just takes one run. Okay. Let's see if we can get below 14, eh? This is where it starts getting hanky. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. All right, well, we recovered. I got up to a $576 bet. Here we go. Look at that. We just broke 1300. This swizzle sticks, this may be the way to go. I should have dropped down, but I didn't. All right, we got back into profit there. Not bad at all. I kept it doubled up, so we went up one profit there. Man, I don't know. We may have to say fuck roulette, right? Oop, I forgot to go back down. It's my own fault. Yeah. Man. I could definitely see this getting hairy, though. You get in that lower section a couple times. Where are we at? 1233. We might just do this from now on. I don't know. It does scare me, though, that because this is so automated that it's keeping track of our wins, and it's, you know, unless you stop, it's gonna definitely give you a loss, a string of losses. We're at 18. Oh man, we're gonna pull down below 1,000 here. So we did 3 there. If 2 consecutive losses in a row, we leave it at 3. Or we double it up for 3 times. I left it doubled there for 3 times no matter what. All right, we got 100 to go. Nelly me. This is insane. Man, we're almost breaching the 1,000. I'm just waiting for this thing to go kind of crazy on us. And I'm not exactly playing it the best way, right? Because some of those you saw, I'm keeping it doubled up for more than I need to. Which, especially when you start getting up to $36 and $72, you don't want to do that. You really need to protect your bankroll here. Now, as I said in the roulette video, or in this video yesterday, I believe Swelly always goes down after just one win and, you know, makes it up by winning more than 3 times, right? Oh, I didn't even look over, you know, we're below 1,000 already. It would be fun now, like I said yesterday, to take the win-loss ratio on this and then start increasing the bets, the base bet, and see if that win-loss ratio stays the same. This is amazing. I left at 18 for a bunch of spins. I wish we were timing this, because I'll have to go back in the video and I'll write it on an overlay, screen overlay, when I do this video of how long we started this and how much what was the balance we started at. And see just how fast it took us to go down. You know, what were we at? 1,500, 14? I mean, this would be pretty crazy if within a few minutes we get, you know, 1,400 bucks. All right, let's keep going. The nice thing about this one is that, you know, you can just leave it. I don't even have to go from the screen. Just leave it and pick up right where you left off, right? I didn't even double on that one because I feel like we're getting to some dangerous territory here. All right, there we go. We got out of it, I think. I didn't even double up on that one. Let's go back down to 9. Just quick pulling the trigger. All right, we broke. Whoa, what happened there? I thought we broke. Oh, we did. Yeah, we're down in the 600s. Sorry, I should probably just put you guys on pause. This is probably not very exciting for you guys. That's all right. It's not taking very long, right? I gotta tell you, Swilly, though, I mean, this definitely isn't exciting. It's fun, but man, just like he's doing, you can go on here with 23 cents and just click this thing in the evening in front of the TV, right? But, oh, see, here we go. Yeah. Whew. That got us almost back to where we were starting. Just takes a computer to decide to give you 5 now. Swelly said he's gone, I think the highest on either 12 or 14 tiers, martingaling. All right, we're going to get to 500 and we're going to take a pause. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, well, we recovered on that one. I should have dropped down. I should have dropped down. There. I think we recovered back. Yep. Ugh, come on. The nice thing about this is, again, no matter how many times you lose in a row, if you keep doubling, when you get to that final double after you stop losing, 3 wins at that level no matter what, and you're up. And there it is. We're at 489. You know what? Let's just go on to 400. I'm still having a little fun. Famous last words, huh? Before we blow it all. There. 3 wins and we know we're up. Okay. We're almost down to 400. I don't know why I went up to 18 there, but I'm just getting too excited. Trigger finger. Itchy trigger finger. All right, we need one more win. There it is. Oh, we need one more. There it is. We're at under $400. When we come back, we will pick this up. This seemed a hell of a lot easier than trying to play, you know, $2,500 bets or whatever. I mean, we made up over $1,000 in just a few minutes here. So anyway, this is awesome. I'll be back. Okay, cheers. All right, we are back. Look at that run that we had. Now, it just dawned on me, and I'm going to finish this as far as this will go today, but it just dawned on me, I should not be mixing games within the roulette challenge. Fair play. So beyond today, no more. What we do in roulette stays in roulette. If we get into a hole in roulette, we'll get ourselves out of the hole in roulette. And if I want to do any kind of dice videos, they will be their own separate thing. So no need to, I mean, feel free to say so in the comments, but I don't think it's fair to get out of what I got into. But I'm already here. I'm just going to keep going because this is great. This is just fun. And it's one time out of all the videos and all the videos to come. So I don't consider this really a bailout. So anyway, let's keep going. See if we can get that last 400 in. I mean, this is kind of insane. We'll see if the algorithm kicks in and kicks our ass here pretty soon. So that's what I like. No matter how many times you go, you have to win 3 times beyond the very first bet, and you're done. And you know you're actually ahead. You could drop it down if you wanted to. Like right here, bet once. 1. Oh man, now it's really kicking our ass. 1. Yeah. Whew. So 3 hits we got out of that one. $576 bets. And it's a lot easier to bet high when this little you have this little dollar amount up there, right? All right, we're at 165. Swizzle Sticks, this is for you, my man. Okay, come on now. See, I could have gone down there and I didn't. You got to protect your progressions, and I'm not. I'm being really reckless with this because I want to just get through this. This is insane. I got to go back and look at the video and see how much we started with. I want to say we were at minus 1,400 or 1,500, so we would have made 1,500 here in a hurry. I didn't even double up on those. I just keep waiting for what the catch is, right? Or that really bad run. Ugh. There. Whew. Look at that. With that extra big bets, leaving it up there. We're up $171. Oh my God. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to play a little bit more, and I'm going to wipe the slate clean, and I'm going to go back and get our roulette in the fair and square way. Go back and get our $300 to $500 back that way, the way we should be doing it. But in the meantime, I'm just going to play with this a little longer. Oh my goodness. And I should be way more diligent with my progressions. Otherwise, I'm going to get us in trouble like this. Oi. Oi. Whew. Just lost all that in a hurry, right? Oof. All right. We're only back down 180, so let's take this back down. That got super careless just now. Wow. So yeah, I mean, the nice thing about this is that, I mean, look how many spins you can get in a minute. I mean, what was our high here? 177 was our high. All right, let's see if we can get back up above ground here and not get stupid about it again. That was scary. I mean, the bet's at 1,000. When it's all decided by a computer. I'm martingaling more than I need to. If obviously you've seen that. Okay, come on. There we go. 3 little chimes in a row is all we're looking for. We got a bunch there at 18. Oof. 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 Do I do 1,000? I don't want to do that again. But I'm down 126. I'm stupid. I should really pay way more attention to my martingaling and just not be crazy about it. All right, so I'm going to put you on pause and I'm going to get this back up to wherever I get it, and I'll show you when I'm done what that's going to be. And then I'm going to reset this. I'm going to reset whatever our day is. If it's less, if we don't make it back to positive, I'll leave the day balance as it is. If we go above positive, I'll reset the day as it is, and we'll go back to roulette and win our $300 back the right way. Okay, cheers. Okay, I'm back, and I don't know, I was only gone for maybe 5 minutes, and you can see the graph here. We went up to $501. I think the biggest bet I had to go up was 200 something in that time. But $501, I mean, this is outrageous. So what I'm going to do is go back here to favorites. We're at 15,823. If I were to put this up here, 15,823, look at that. We'd be up $510 for the day. But I'm going to start over at new, 15,823, and we're going to jump back into roulette and get some. All right, so we're going to start out 0. Our average daily balance, though, was 227. So I consider this more of a dice session than it was a roulette session because we did shitty in roulette. So anyway, we're going to resume here with nothing but roulette, and I'm excited to come back and keep trying that dice and see what the catch is here and do that off session. That's another great way to build bankroll. Anyway, cheers. All right, we're back, roulette fools. We're going to do things nothing but roulette, go back old school way. And let's see, 535. Let's go reverse. We're going to jump in strong. We're going to jump in strong, make some tracks. Because we got the dice money today, which I'm not counting towards this, you can see I started the graph all over again. When we went here to the Excel, we started this all over again as if we started the day with that much. We are going to go and get our 300 today. I'm not interested in getting 500. And then I'm really, really intrigued by that dice game to see if it's, I mean, I've done this with roulette too, right? Where you go and you learn a session, you learn a strategy, and you play it a couple times, and you just win, and you're like, I have found the strategy for the rest of my life. And then over a period of time, the next couple of times you just seem to do nothing but lose. So I want to see if it's like that. And that was going back to what I was telling you about my history. What was happening is I was going back and I got the black red, and then I was trying follow the winner, follow loser, and I just sometimes it'd do great and sometimes it wasn't. Then I started going into streets and playing streets and dozens and columns and stuff, trying every single assortment. My first was 5 double streets because that was the easiest. It looked like that was the best chance of success, right? Just get in there, 5 double streets, boom, and you're done. And then when I lost big on that a couple times, I learned that doing 5 double streets was more of that was almost my get out of jail if I had to, what we call break glass, right? So if I would play other strategy and if I did all that, then I would go to, if I got down, I would go into 5 double streets and I would bet on each double street the amount that I needed to get back. So if I was down $300, I'd put $300 double streets for $1,500 and win it back. And most of the time I would. But then there was just times that you didn't. And that one time you didn't would really wipe you out, right? Because that would put you down $1,500 right there. Anyway, all right, we're doing well, okay. We're at 135. Let's see if we can hurry up and get to 300. That would be a nice conclusion. We've been going at this for 45 minutes. So this could be I'm hoping this can be an under 1 hour video today. So the first strategy of 9 double streets, and I've played this for you before early on, I'll do it again, is where you play 3 streets in 2 dozen. And then on this 3rd dozen, you put all 3 units on the dozen rather than the streets. The positive is that you cover you covering 3 extra numbers. The downside is if you hit that entire dozen, no matter where you hit, it's just a break even, right? So, and I just found that because it's a break even, sure, you're covering 3 numbers, but you're also having to spin way more just to get to it. So after doing that, that was my first time. That was kind of my first level betting with 9 units. I then started going to 9 streets like this, and I was playing between this. I was playing still some other things. And at the end of the day, I kept coming back to 9 streets to get me out of trouble and found that it was the one most consistently getting me out of trouble. And then I'm like, why am I using this just as my emergency? Let's make this the primary and make 5 double streets our backup. And that has been my primary way of play is 9 streets, backing up with 5 double streets. Oftentimes going to 5 double streets with a really low bet if I want to grind. And you can do that in either way. So we can do $1 streets here for $9 or $5 for 5 double streets and just kind of grind it. And those grind sessions, those aren't when I'm getting near my goal. What I'm using those for mostly is if I get to a break point where I'm like, hey, I've reached the target level for at least before this break, I'll go down to a real low grind and just sit there and grind it out especially if I'm like waiting for somebody, or a lot of times I go to the casino to watch UFC fights, right? Look at that. We're at 270. We are going to definitely drop down to 45. So I'm chatting here with old Swelly Swizzle Sticks, and he was playing with a lower bet amount, but he was wanting me to try it so that I could play it with a higher bet amount and post it. And it should, and he's thinking everybody will love it and go to dice. And that's great. I mean, if you can play dice on this and do even better than you can with roulette, awesome. This is my fun go-to, and will always be my primer. Oh, look at that. Good thing we dropped down to 45, huh? So actually I'm going to go only another $45 bet. Anyway, I still love everyone's variations. Some of them, Some of the variations, like on these 9 streets, a few of you were trying to explain to me, they just get so complicated that you're having to wait to this spin, and then you add this number plus that number, divide it by pi, and then multiply it by the number of meals you had the night before, or the number of beers, and that's what you do, whatever. Okay, so we got 1, so I'm going to double up on this one now. I didn't want to do back-to-back losses after I doubled up. I kind of wanted to protect that. So, anywho's, this to me is just so simple. It doesn't matter if you play 2 dozen or 2 columns. Those are all very simple. To me, keeping these things as simple as possible is the best. So, someone else asked me, how am I choosing my streets here? And I mean, let's be honest. A lot of it is I'm looking at the numbers, but does that actually mean anything or not? I don't know. Statistically it doesn't. So it's voodoo. A lot of it's just voodoo. I'm picking numbers off of my gut, right? All right, let's see if we can get 2 wins here. Just picking numbers off my gut. So I do think there's something, it seems to work out that way. When you look at this history, some of these dealers, and we've seen it in my previous sessions, right? They're hitting certain streets, and it always seems to be, it's either the 1st street, the 4th street, or the 1st and 4th street. But these middle 2 streets, I don't find it. Maybe it's just because, when you go buy a new car, or you go buy a car and suddenly you start seeing that car all over the place because now you're paying attention to it because you're driving it or you're thinking about buying it. I think maybe that's the way it is. Maybe I'm so focused on the 1st and the 4th streets. Oh man, come on now. Making it tough for us to finish out here. All right, we're just going to relax, take a deep breath, go back in at just 45. If we lose here, we'll reassess, come back from a break. We're so close to getting this done. We're at 50 minutes, so we still got 10 minutes to go in order to beat this before we get to the hour mark, which I'd really like. One thing I really wish Camtasia had, and maybe if someone of you know how to do this, like right now it's 1:21 p.m. I'm going to finish this video, and I don't want to upload it right now because I literally just uploaded to yesterday's video, came in this morning, and I don't want to start putting multiple videos in the same time. I want to give people a chance to go see that video. I really want this video to come out first thing in the morning tomorrow, right? I'm usually 1 day behind where the video gets produced. So I wish there was a timer, like I could put it in the Camtasia, have it render, and then say, upload it to YouTube at a certain time. So if anybody knows a cool way, I could even export the video to my local drive, but I don't know how to have it time it to upload it to release it to YouTube. So if anybody has any tips and tricks on that, I would love to hear it. It would save me from having to wait till 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night to start rendering this video and submitting it. And then I run into problems, right? Oh, do we only bet 45 again? All right, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. I'm going to try, let's just go 135 reverse and see if we can hit this one and get lucky. If we get this one and we're up 3, plus what we got on the dice below, that's an $800 day. It's a good day for us. So I can I don't recommend dice right now. I'm going to go explore it. Let's see if we can make this happen. If I can get in there and play with it for, I don't know how many sessions, but if we can do that, then I'll be sold. And look at that. We're 300 on the dot. We're at 52 minutes and 41 seconds, and we are done. So as I said before, I'm not going to mix and match because this is supposed to be a roulette challenge, and that's totally fair. 16, 1, 2, 3. We end the day at $300 up for roulette, and we ended up the day. Our profit is $7,123 as of this point, plus the 18 we have out there. So we're 7, 8. We're almost at 9. We're basically at $9,000. Okay, and that's actually where we need to be. Look, we're 1877 We have 1818 over there. Maybe I'll move that 1880 and put it here just so we can see it. But what does this mean? As of today, we have actually reached our goal. If we transfer the money that we had been putting in the vault, we are actually at our goal. I'm going to leave it there because this is rainy day fun, and we're going to keep trucking. But look at this. To everyone says I blew my bankroll, or I was this close to blowing my bankroll. Hells to the no. We weren't even close to blowing the bankroll. We never even got into the vault. So I appreciate you all sticking with me, and I'm super excited to add another game, and we're going to make those separate videos. We're going to keep chucking. After a really horrendous start, we battled back, and I was confident we would battle back with roulette on our deficit, but we got our 300 in roulette no matter what. All right, we'll see you all later tomorrow. Cheers.